right. Hi, Dave, Christine. How are you guys doing today?
Pretty good.
We're fine.
Good. Well, I'm glad that you guys were able to make it in. I just kind of wanted to sit down and talk about, I know Christine had expressed some concerns after therapy last session, so I just wanted to go back and kind of give you an opportunity to talk about some of those concerns.
Yeah, I think that my biggest concern right now is that Dave's just not getting better, and I am really feeling stressed out about it because he used to be the only one who worked in our family. I've stayed home with my son Robbie forever. I haven't worked in a long time, and this financial burden has really got me stressed out, and I feel like Dave's not making any progress anymore, and I want him to be back to how he was. I want him to be back to normal, and it's all
It's stressful.
it's all very
Sure.
overwhelming.
Yeah, so what I'm hearing is, and I'm feeling too, a sense that, there is a lot going on outside of clinic, and it is a stressful time right now. I think, there are changes that are happening for both of you at this point. Dave, I know, there's a lot going on. Your communication has changed a lot.
Yeah.
And then with Christine, those changes are affecting the whole family, and I think that that's great that you're able to bring those to our attention, and that's something that we can talk about. So one thing that I heard you say was that you feel that Dave is not making any progress. Could you elaborate on that a little more for me?
Well, he still can't talk the way he normally did, and I guess I don't see him getting better, and I feel like he's never going to be able to go back to work.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you feel like that you'll never be able to go back to work?
Well, I mean, I don't know, maybe he will. I think it'll just be really different than it was before.
Sure, and I think that's definitely something to keep in mind. Things are different at this point, so I think that's a good observation to make and something to keep in mind. Dave, how does that make you feel? All the changes that are happening and some of the concerns that your wife's expressed?
Yeah. Frustrating. It's frustrating. And it's hard. It's really hard.
Yeah, I agree. I think it is a difficult time, so I think that's good that, we're able to identify some of those emotions, that it is hard, and you are feeling a little bit frustrated, with the changes that are happening and your communication being different than it was.
Yeah. And with Robbie.
Yeah, can you tell me a little bit more about how you're able to communicate with Robbie at home, how that's going?
He's the only son, only kid, and
I think Dave has really felt disconnected from him lately. He really wants to be the same dad he was before.
Yeah.
And it's just been so hard to have that relationship change, and Robbie doesn't really understand what's
No.
going on.
Sure.
It's scary for him.
Okay, yeah. So I'm sensing that, there is a little bit of fear of the unknown, not really knowing, what will happen, what kinds of progress and how fast progress will happen for Dave. And, we can't predict the future, but I think it's important that we focus on, what we can do now. And I think that's good that you guys are here and we're focusing on taking baby steps. And I know, Dave, your stroke has only been a month since the stroke has happened. And so we've been only working together for about 2 weeks now. And I think one thing to keep in mind is that, Dave is making lots of progress. Dave, you're doing great for where we are in the recovery process. And I think one suggestion that I would say is to really work on those communication skills at home and to improve the relationships that you have with your son would maybe be to include you guys in therapy and bring Robbie in and kind of work on some of those communication skills that Dave and I have been working on to help you communicate a little bit better with your son and kind of include him so that he feels more comfortable with this process and so that he knows what's going on with his dad.
Yeah.
I think I really like that idea. It would be helpful for me because then maybe Dave and I could work on some of the things that you work on at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be good.
I'm sensing some more positivity.
Yeah, I feel like that would be good for me and for Robbie and Dave. Robbie might know
Robbie
more
too.
what was going on, and he would be able to help you too. That would be a great way for you guys to sort of work together.
To help.
I agree. I like that you guys are focusing on the things that we can do to, make the bonds with your family stronger and really focus on Dave in this time where his communication can really improve
Yeah.
with the help of everybody and including everybody. So I'm glad that you guys are on board with that. So do you guys have any other questions or concerns that you wanted to talk about before we start therapy for today?
I think that was pretty much what we had
Yeah.
discussed. Yeah, thank you.
It's pretty good.
Okay. All right.